All right, now when we're talking about the false church and the revived Roman Empire, well, the revived Roman Empire is made up of the western part, which is the European Union, made up of 27 different nations who have gotten together, and they now signed what is called the Lisbon Treaty, which is in my book in chapter 1. I discussed this. And they have now, for the first time in 2,000 years, one leader of this complete structure of the European Union. And this is what I believe is the forerunner of one of the men, or the man, who will be coming out, could be coming out of the Western European Union to head up this last world empire. And I'm also looking at the eastern side of the old Roman Empire, which would have been the Islamic side as well. But in reference to this particular article, it shows that the humanist, or these false religions, are now being reviewed by the European Union. Let me get into it from the Euro Observer out of Brussels. It says that Brussels is to hold a EU summit with atheists and Freemasons in the autumn, inviting them to a political dialogue parallel to the annual summit of block holes with the Europe's religious leaders. Where the EU is a secular body, and 3 European presidents of the Commission, Parliament, and EU Council, alongside 2 commissioners on Monday, met with 24 bishops, chief rabbis, the Muftis, and as well as leaders from Hindu and Shia communities. The annual dialogue, which has taken place since 2005, is the first time this year made legally obligatory under Article 17 of the Lisbon Treaty. Under pressure from Belgium, the EU has been forced to hold a summit for atheists scheduled February 15th of October. So they're bringing in these world churches. And this is, for us who know prophecy, we see these things clearly, because God has shown us clearly in His Word that here you have a revived Roman Empire, you have the world churches coming together to make up this false church that will be left behind because they did not follow true doctrine, as Timothy tells us, and they will unite with the Antichrist, who will perceive them and bring them into their fold for 3.5 years, only for 3.5 years. Now, after the first 3.5 years, the tribulation, first of all, is a period of 7 years. And the first 3.5 years is going to be a setup period for the Antichrist. He's going to have power like you can't believe. He's going to be demonstrating miracles and have power like no man has ever had. Not like Barack Obama. Barack Obama has no powers whatsoever. But the Antichrist who is coming is going to be a man that's going to be almost like a Superman. He's going to have these powers that nobody's ever had before. And he is going to line himself with all these churches that were left behind. And for 3.5 years, he's going to allow them to rule and ride with him. And he's going to be part of it. And of course, the Antichrist will have a false prophet. And then in the middle of the 7-year period, that false Messiah, or this Antichrist, is going to walk into the temple that's going to be rebuilt. And again, like I said in the earlier video today, he's going to tell everybody to take the mark or the name of the beast. Now, when that happens, he's going to turn on everyone. It won't matter if you're Buddhist, if you're Islamic, if you're people who have accepted Jesus at that time, Hindu, whatever you are, Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, whatever Freemasons, atheists, whatever you are in that false church who is left behind, he's going to attack you all and go after it and try to kill anybody who doesn't worship him as God. Now, here's the bottom line. No time in history have we ever seen the world coming together for one world government and a one world religion as we have seen in the past 5 or 6 years. Everything is moving rapidly, and it's moving faster and faster the closer we get to the 7-year tribulation. And again, for us who know the Lord and know prophecy and what He warned us, it's exciting times because we know we're going home pretty soon. And again, if you want to leave, the only way that you're going to be able to do that and to miss the 7-year tribulation is to receive the true Messiah, Jesus Christ. Think about what I'm telling you, because this message is coming from the Lord. It's a warning from His Word, and you got it, and there's no excuse now for you. When you stand before the throne, Jesus is going to say, you got my invitation for free salvation and you declined it, and that's what sent you into the gates of hell. Don't let that happen. I beg of you, don't let that happen. Satan wants that to happen. Jesus wants you to come home. God bless.